2K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with the broadcast from Washington, the home of the Wizards. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. Well, for the Wizards, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Golden State Warriors.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Pass to Ivy. And a wide-open look for Cunningham. Great positioning on the putback.
Good luck dealing with Duren on the offensive glass. That's just an outstanding job staying with the play.
Here's Carrington. Here's Whitmore. 5 to shoot. Over Thompson. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. Jalen Duren has certainly forced him in this NBA. He's a nightly double-double.
Well, he looks like a bouncer at a nightclub, but you forget how young this guy is. If he keeps improving like this, Kevin, he has a chance to be one of the premier bigs in this league.
I was going to say the same thing about you, but I'll call you a Greek god as opposed to a bouncer in a bar. How's that?
I much prefer the Greek god description.
Here's Carrington. Duren pulls it in. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Fires the three. Not going to go that time.
Well, it's early on in this one. Only one basket to speak of. There is time to start working together.
Harris outside. Here's Thompson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
An explosive player. Thompson has serious leaping ability, and that comes in handy around the basket.
Here's Whitmore. And Whitmore throws it down.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Rebound, Washington. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian Keith had a few moments to share with me. I asked him what his thoughts were on Cade Cunningham, and he said Cade is extremely talented. He's got great size. He plays under control. He's one of those guys that makes his teammates better. It's easy to see why he initiates so much of their offense. Kevin?
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. Pass to Coulibaly. On the wing, Whitmore. Now, Carrington. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And a missed layup. And the Wizards with possession. Outside for George. And he's good on the three ball. George has got 5.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from threes. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And this young Pistons team, GA, you and I love them, building around toughness.
Yeah, offensively, attacking the paint, defensively, well, they are engaged. And they'll sink into the foul line quite a bit, but it's a product of that hard-nosed style.
And the Wizards with possession after the basket by Detroit. And that one's good, Whitmore.
Now that one went in, but I don't think that's a shot they want to rely on.
Lets it fly from 18. Sasser can't hit. Outside, George. On the wing, Whitmore. Shoots the three. Detroit with the rebound. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And here we go. Washington fast break. Here's Carrington. Hits the three-point bomb. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Wizards.
Well, they're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
And their ball pressure has been a major story in this one. Their ability to create turnovers and then turn that into offense. What a huge difference that has made.
Here's Sasser after the basket by Washington. Here's McCain. That one's off. Still out of sync. Washington leading now by 8. On the wing, Koulibaly. And a wide open look for Whitmore. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And Whitmore throws it down.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
So far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
Here's Reed. It'll count. And so it's Washington looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Defensively, they have and so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And quite a position here for the Wizards to be in. What do you guys think?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Early offense in this league is key. You've got to score before the defense can set up in the half court.
You know, GA, you just can't say enough about the skill set of young Trey Johnson.
I mean, this guy came into the league ready. I really like how he gets to his shot, regardless of what the defense throws at him. And he can be dangerous if his defense gets to the same level as his own.
And it's McCollum in the corner. Johnson surveying the floor. Got a hand on it.
Yeah, going straight up with those long arms. Duren flat out, a brick wall around the rim.
Pistons trailed by 13. Here's Cunningham. Rebounded by McCollum.
He bailed out the defense because that's an easy look for him.
Lets it go. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. McCollum's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Wizards. Cunningham gets the bucket.
Cunningham is not shy about mixing it up down low. He's got a great feel around the rim.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Well, the Wizards are letting their young guys learn on the fly. Guard Bub Carrington said the whole organization communicates to us often. We drafted you guys for a reason, they say. Don't be scared to make a mistake. Play your game. Use the things that got you here and see if it sticks. Back to you, Kevin.
Learning on the job. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Back to Kispert. No good from outside.
Well, that's a tough rebound there to secure, but he put all of his size in there in order to secure it. What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Here's Johnson. Pass to Kispert. Johnson outside. And Johnson with the stop.
I don't care that he's a rookie. Johnson is a problem.
The 19-foot shot. C.J. McCollum comes up with the rebound. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
And how about the leaping ability of Bagley? He gets off the ground with ease to throw that one down.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Canvas the league and look at the landscape. Some tremendous young talent on the wing, Tim. Who might be the best wing player 5 years down the road, say?
Well, I'm looking at Anthony Edwards right now because of the skill, the athletic ability, and then the competitive desire. I think he wants to be great. You'd also look at guys like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, certainly. And then you've got a guy like Cade Cunningham in Detroit, who hasn't even started to scratch the surface.
Boy, you've made a great list of guys right there, for sure. And this is the second full season for Brian Keefe as head coach of the Wizards.
Even in a rebuild, setting culture matters. Keefe's approach, accountability, teaching, and no shortcuts.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Cunningham's shot is off.
It's been a rough quarter for him. I think patience can help. Take the shots that are there. Don't force it.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cunningham. Johnson outside. Goes back up. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Down low. Intercepted. Here's McCain. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, McCain right there with the speed and athleticism in the open floor. That's a relentlessness that really makes it tough on the defense. That is a missed opportunity. He'd love to have that one back.
Stolen by Middleton. Johnson right side. And a wide open look for McCollum. Gets the three-pointer to fall. McCollum's got 5 points now this quarter. Here's Sasser trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Pass to Johnson. .52 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Stewart misses.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Kicks it out to McCollum. From the wing. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. McCollum's got 7 points.
Well, he was cold in that first quarter. Now it's great to see him flip that switch and start getting hot here.
Kicks it out to Johnson. From deep. Kispert on the wing. Here's McCollum. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Washington closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back to the action in just a minute. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Washington leading now by 20. Got a piece of it.
Nice rejection right there by Duren. I see a big fella go after everything in there.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Pistons trailed by 20. Here's Ivey. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. So nice to see Jaden Ivey back in action, Tim, after suffering that broken fibula last season.
Yeah, Kevin, he was just hitting his stride when he had a very difficult injury. In particular, he was upping his shooting percentage from the field. Now he's looking to continue that momentum.
It's stolen by Cunningham. And Thompson throws it down.
And when it comes to getting up and down the floor, Thompson has few peers.
Pass to Whitmore. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. George sets a screen. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. The wide open look here for Coulibaly. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
That's a cold start out of the break. Only one of his first four has he gotten to go.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Hey, plenty of pressure for a player like Cade Cunningham, asked to shoulder the load. He said, that's what I asked for, to be in the NBA, to be in these moments. I try not to shy away from them. He practices meditation, and he says it's really helped me. Anytime I need to just reset, I can do it. Kevin?
Able to dial it in. Okay, Allie, thanks. Back to Whitmore for the three. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
Well, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. So it's the Pistons now. Cunningham drives in. And Cunningham with the slam.
Nice read by Cunningham. He saw the opening, and he didn't hesitate.
Pass to Song. And a foul called on Cade Cunningham. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Coulibaly. Scoreless thus far. 6 to shoot. Whitmore misses in close. Now the Pistons with it. All right, legs, follow me here. You look at the rise of teams like Detroit. There's a lot to be said for having young legs.
Well played, Kevin, well played. And look, today's game exacts a physical toll. And if you think of it, that's especially true when you're playing a team like the Pistons. They play fast and they hit hard.
Here's Thompson. And Sarr pulls it down. Wizards leading by 22. Carrington with the ball. Now defended by Cunningham. Pass to Coulibaly. And George now top of the key. Here's Carrington. That one wide left.
Well, he's not having as much success shooting the ball early as he wanted, but so far, it's not hurting their team performance. Well, this has been far from his best game, and if they're going to come back here, he's got to find a way to get going.
Here's Cunningham. Pass to Duren.
And that is playing big down in the paint. Duren focused and flushing it home.
And it's Jaden Ivey with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. So both teams making some changes here. There's a minute 34 left to play in the third. McCollum looking it over. And he drives in. No good with the layup.
You have to love his confidence, but you also need to read the situation.
Robinson, that's good.
Yeah, if you give him that much room, he's usually going to connect.
There's a good screen. Here's Johnson. And McCain pulls it down. Pistons trailed by 20. Stewart with the bounce pass. Poked away. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. McCollum outside. Pass to Johnson. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. He lays it in. Johnson's got his third bucket of the night.
Well, you gotta love the confidence this kid plays with. Johnson feels like he can score inside whenever he wants. You take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Clock management is everything right here. Time and score are paramount.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
And so it's the Washington Wizards holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. They have been... And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. You know, Greg, a lot of the best scorers do what's called hunting, looking to create contact with the defender that they've zeroed in on.
Yeah, and that can be a legitimate technique to really negate a shot blocker. But when the offensive player basically initiates all the contact, we could do without some of those cheap foul calls against the defender. It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line. You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standards, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
Back to Cunningham. And here's Harris from the arc. Washington with the rebound. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Fires top of the key. Good on the jump shot.
Gotta be careful. Johnson can stop on a dime, then hit one right in your face.
Pass to Thompson. Here's Ivey. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's now 7 points for Jaden Ivey.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
And it's Harris with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. Pass to Duren. Bagley with the rebound. Wizards leading by 20. It's McCollum on the wing. Back to Johnson. Wizards passing it around. Shoots. Kispert, no good.
Well, he's a very good mid-range shooter, but the defense was all over him there, making that a very difficult shot.
Cunningham gets the bucket.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Pass to McCollum. Outside for Bagley. For three, Middleton. Rebound by the Pistons.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a break round.
Washington making some changes. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And Cunningham with the slam.
Cunningham showing you some of that athleticism.
On the wing, Whitmore. Saar the screen. And he can't stop the run as that misses. It's Thompson. Put it down hard.
Watch out below. Woo!
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
Ivy. Up again. And it's sent back by George. Now Saar. And that one's good. Whitmore. Whitmore's got 20.
Oh, a really strong outing from Whitmore. You see the potential for greatness.
Pass to Harris. Over George. Connects on the J. Wizards leading by 17.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. 2 minutes.
Now Whitmore. Now Coulibaly. It's stolen by Cunningham. Harris with it. Now defended by Whitmore. Cunningham fires. Duren. It's tipped.
Great timing on the rejection there. This young kid, Saar, has major defensive potential.
Pistons trailed by 17.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Wizards.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Cam Whitmore.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
He has the potential to be an elite NBA defender for a long time. Thompson can guard anybody.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ausar Thompson. That'll be his second foul of the game. On the wing, Whitmore. Strong move off the glass.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
What a great performance. They have given the fans their money's worth.
Carrington with the ball. On the wing, Whitmore. And there's the drive. Got it!
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
They are playing with so much confidence. They've been clutch all the way around.
And so it's Washington eat.
I socialize with X-ray eyes and ladies. This is sweet.